it's me again. I'm just gonna talk about like why I got my piercings, how many I have, my experience with them. My first piercing was in first grade. I got my ears pierced, and I got that done at Claire's. I'm pretty sure I took them out. I don't know why. And then I think I got them re-pierced in junior high, and I did them myself with like a freaking sewing needle, you know? The friends I hung out with, they always did like their own piercings and whatnot, and she did her own nose piercing. So I'm like, hey, I could do that. So I pierced my nose with a freaking sewing needle again in junior high. And I went to school the next day, and I didn't have like a nose piercing, you know, specifically for your nose. So I just put in an earring that had like this huge jewel on it, so it's like sticking out like this much. And I got stared at, and like people were like, oh my god, you got a piercing? Then my friend gave me an actual nose piercing, so I put that in. I pierced it too high, so I took that out and like didn't let it heal, and I re-pierced it a bit lower, and it was a bit high up. I had that piercing since like junior high up into high school. I think around freshman or sophomore year I ended up taking it out because it got infected, and then it healed up and left a scar. So after high school I ended up getting this piercing like right here, and I did that one myself too. So I pierced my ears, yeah, in junior high and whatnot. Why didn't I continue from there? Sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about. And then I decided to stretch my ears because like a lot of people were doing it, and you know, there were guys like with freaking plugs like this big, and I was like, holy crap, I didn't want to go that big. So I just started to like stretch my ears, and currently I'm at 0G, and I think I'm gonna stick to that because I just like the size for me. The thing is, you gotta clean that a lot, not like too much, but you know, just practice good hygiene and whatnot. Funk smell. So make sure you clean them. What did I do? Oh, okay, so I got this done maybe like 2 years ago. It's a long time ago, something like that. And that's just my lip piercing, and I've always wanted a lip piercing. This is the only piercing I have that was done by a professional, and I had a good experience because they're really good at what they do because they're professionals. It felt like just a tiny little pinch. So yeah, and then after it started, you know, the heartbeat going and like it's swelling, so like a little painful if you accidentally like bump it into something or if something catches on it. But yeah, the pain getting it pierced was nothing. Like anybody could do it. So I got this pierced, and I pierced it myself. Yes, I know. So I bought like actual piercing needles, and I did this one. That one hurt, like, because you're going slow. That one freaking hurt. And then right after that, I pierced my belly button. Oh sweet lord, like I almost passed out, and I had like a lot of trouble. This one healed up really fast. This was done like 2 years ago. All of these were done like around 2 or a year and a half ago, so they're all healed. Anyway, my belly button seemed like it would heal, and then it would just not heal, you know, like it was like fresh. And I was doing like sea salt soaks, and I was using the after spray, which is like a sea salt spray with like, I think like a mermaid man on it or something. Anyway, my belly button was like not healing, and then after a bit it finally started to seem like it was healing and it was doing good. Then I went to the Philippines, and I ended up swimming in like the ocean, a swimming pool too, and when I looked at my belly button, oh man, but it looked like it had expanded, like the hole had expanded, and it just did not look right at all. So I'm pretty sure it got infected, and you're not supposed to take out a piercing if it's infected is what I heard. You gotta go to the doctor or something. Anyway, I took out the piercing and it healed up on its own. I got the scar tissue now, and I thought about like getting it pierced again, maybe going to a professional or doing it myself. Anyway, so next I got my septum pierced myself. Yeah, I know, I'm an idiot. Like, just don't follow my footsteps. This one brought tears to my eyes, man. Tears. Like, I pierced it and I was like, yeah, I don't know. There's something about that. When people get that pierced, it just automatically, like, your tear ducts just, like, ooh, start flowing. When it was healing, it was like anytime I touched my nose, it was like, oh, it freaking hurts. Like, it just feels also like I'm about to sneeze, like, constantly when it was healing. Like, right now, I'm so used to it. Then I got these babies pierced myself. I know. I could have died. Almost died. So I pierced these. But for me, they weren't that bad. The thing is, so I used, you know, the actual needles for the piercings I'm talking about, except for my ears and whatnot. I used clamps. Like, I don't know if this is too much info or something, but I used clamps because you need that, you know, the clamp thing. And, you know, I bought an actual kit that came with all, like, the piercing stuff. You know, I wore gloves, I disinfected everything, my skin, everything. And then, you know, took every precaution that I knew. So, yeah, anyway, I was doing that with the clamps. And then, I don't know why, but I think my hand slipped or something, and the clamps came off. And I already had the needle, like, halfway through my, you know? And you know how the needles are hollow? Well, blood was, like, basically flowing out of the needle because it's a hollow needle. And I was like, this is how I die. Oh my god. Anyway, I got it through. And then I was sitting there and I'm like, bro, I don't think I can do this to the other side. Well, you made it this far, might as well. So I did the other side too. And I actually did it, like, I ain't gonna show you. But I did it pretty good, like perfectly almost. Like, if I look in the mirror, like, it looks like it's done by a professional. It's in the right spot and everything. They healed fast for me, and I was doing, you know, salt soaks and just doing the regular piercing maintenance, you know, cleaning and whatnot, and they're perfect. I love them. So yeah. And I freaking wrote this crap down to, like, point out this was a 8 on the pain scale, but I never used it, and I just went through. You freaking idiot. Okay. 1 would be like nothing, you know, just like not even a pinch, and 10 would be like you're about to die, and 5 would be, yeah, it's kind of irritating, but you know, kind of thing. So I think for like belly button, that would have to be an 8 for me. Nipples had to be, I'm thinking a 6, or no, that'd have to be a 7, maybe around 8 too. Like, it wasn't as bad as I thought. Basically, I was kind of like psyching myself out. Like, my brain, you know, was like, oh, this is gonna be so painful. But it wasn't, really. Septum piercing, that one, I'd have to say, like, I don't, it's like a really irritated feeling. So I would say like a 5 or a 6. Nose, I would say a 6. Ear piercings, any of them, would have to be like a 1 for me. Lip piercing was definitely a 1. That's the only piercings I have. If you want to get a piercing, then just get it, man. Life is too short to worry about like what other people are gonna say, and you know, everything's of people like in their 30s, like women in their 30s or like 40s that want to get like a nose piercing, but they're like, people my age don't get it. You know what? Who cares, man? You get that piercing if you want it, and you rock it. Okay? You get that piercing. If that's what you want, then it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. You don't have to follow what society like wants you to be, you know? Just freaking do what you want. Just be who you are. Get that piercing. When you get a piercing, you're gonna be looked at different. Like, and I was doing like the exact opposite of what I should be doing if I want to stay hidden. So yeah, I got like a bunch of piercings. I color my hair differently. I do all sorts of weird stuff with my hair. Yeah, so that attracts more attention to you. Some of it good, some of it bad. I like to think that they're admiring my piercings and wish they had them, so this one was annoying me when I first got it pierced, because when I would put, you know, my clothes on, it would snag at it and pull it, but it wouldn't hurt, because, you know, I'd feel it and be like, oh, don't pull it. Now I'm like so used to it. The same with these. No more lace bras, bros. No more. Like, no, don't even chance it. So you gotta be careful with that. Like, you adjust to them, So like, you know, don't rip off your clothes or else you might rip off something you want to keep. The reason why I got this, yeah, I already said that. I've always wanted it. I wanted to balance it out, so I got that pierced. That's the reason why. And I wanted my nose piercing back because I missed it, and everyone around me had nose piercings, and I was just like, I miss mine, so. And then I got this because I also wanted to balance it, and I saw a lot of people with like septum piercings, and I love the jewelry that is like available for septum piercings. Like, they're so pretty, and I have like so many different kinds. Got my belly button pierced because, I don't know, I thought it would motivate me to, you know, get my body into shape so I can like show it off, but then I was like, ugh, who cares? Also, yeah, oh, it might have rejected, that's why. My belly button might have, my belly button piercing might have rejected that. That's my, I'm jumbling my words so much. I didn't really like these because, like, I don't know. But after getting these, it's made me like so much more confident, like in myself. Like, it's just, it's kind of like a secret only I know, because, you know, it's under your clothes and whatnot. Nobody knows it except for you and your partner or whatever. So it's a secret, and it kind of, it gives like, I don't know, a mysterious kind of thing. So it's like, I don't, it makes you confident. That's all I can say. So now everyone knows my secret. When healing these, oh my gosh, in cold weather, you know what your things do when it's cold. I don't know if I could say those words, but oh well. They get hard. So yeah, when they do that, it kind of, after, if you just got your piercing pierced, if you just got them pierced and you know it's cold, yeah, they kind of hurt. They were kind of a pain because, I mean, they were just sore and whatnot. Like, if I'm scaring you with some of my experiences, you have to remember most of the piercings I have were done by me. And of course, what I think is painful might be completely different from you. You might not feel anything. Everybody has a different pain tolerance, so people don't like it. They don't have to look at it. They don't have to comment. They can just turn the other way. It's all they have to do, but no. I'm like going on a whole spiel. I mean, if you have questions, you can ask them in the comments and I'll try to answer them. I'm sorry, this is like, what else do you talk about? Like, piercings? I don't know what to call them. Help! If you have an idea for the name of the fish, please leave a comment down below and I will consider it. Because I need to know what's the name of this bad boy. Anyway, this video has gotten too long. Like, I'm so proud of this. You don't understand. Have you ever seen something in the store and you're like, I need this in my life. This is it. Right here, okay? And yes, thank you for watching. If you want to see more of my fish, subscribe. Don't. If you want, that way you will see me every week. Okay, I'm too hyper. It's too late, and you already know the lore slice gets too hyper when it gets late. I'm gonna slap myself. Take care of yourselves. Peace.